Sometimes we try too hard to make that big splash higher when the solution is staring us right in the face. And with LSU football, it's right in their backyard. The solution, in my opinion, that could lead LSU out of this mess and maybe have their own little dynasty. Today, boys and girls in sporting land, this is JPC, and I am the outlaw of college football that puts itself out there for you every single day for college football humor and fun and information, because this is unequivocally the home of the Common Joe and Common Sally in the Know, even more so than all those media talking heads. That's right. Now, getting right to it, I'd like to talk about the LSU coaching search and how they need to look no further than what's right in front of them, okay? Normally you go out there and you try to make that big splash hire of your big-time program like an LSU. But sometimes the big splash is really not worth all the hullabaloo that goes along with it. You're going to have to pay a lot more money. You're going to have to bring in a guy and basically kowtow to his needs and whatnot. And sometimes the solution, the easy solution that you don't want to look at, that's right in your face, is the solution that you need to take, because it's the solution in the big picture of things that's going to make your program steady and consistent for decades to come. And I think that guy for LSU isn't all the names they've been talking about. The Lane Kiffins, the James Franklin. It's the guy right in their backyard, Billy Napier. Look what the man's done at Louisiana. His first head coaching job. And yes, it's the Sun Belt, but he's doing what he's supposed to do with what's right in front of him. He's in a state that's basically run by LSU, and yet he's still bringing in talent and competing on a regular basis. He's won 3 straight Sun Belt titles. Went 7-7 the first year, I think, 10-3 or 11-3, and then 10-1 last year. And this year, looks like he's on par to win a 4th Sun Belt title. And you can't really ask much more than that. A guy that was a wide receivers coach under Nick Saban. He even spent some time with Dabo Swinney at Clemson. So the guy's got the pedigree and he's got the tutelage under 2 of the greatest coaches right now going today. But you're going to go out and try to go after James Franklin or Lane Kiffin? Yeah, those guys are pretty decent coaches. I will say, though, that from the last press conference, I think James Franklin's got a loose noodle up there. So if I was y'all, I would stay away from him. Lane Kiffin, though, he's got that hardcore edge, but he's got baggage. Billy Napier has done more or less on a consistent basis than really any of these coaches, to be honest with you. The guy is in your backyard. Not only is he in your area, the southeastern area, he's in your state. And he's won at a second-tier program in your state. LSU's had the run of the mill of the state of Louisiana for quite some time now. Alabama and Georgia and probably Texas A&M do come into Louisiana every once in a while and get a recruit. But for the most part, ever since Tulane left the SEC back in the 1960s, LSU doesn't have a major program in that state and a Power 5 conference to compete with. And he's still winning there. So stop all this nationwide search crap and talking about your new AD as a big game headhunter. I like your new AD, by the way, I do. That previous AD that you had, somebody should cane and flog his ass in a public forum somewhere for giving Ed Orgeron an extension. Now, this is a little bit off the subject. Speaking of extensions and paying him all this payout money, that payout money that was given to Ed Orgeron, that's the cane and flogging thing that I'm pissed off about with your former AD. From now on, people need to take Texas A&M's lead and Jimbo Fisher's lead. No buyout. Both parties benefit. If you get tired of one another, you can just go. If you get tired of him, you can fire him. So, from now on, when you sign a coach, man, don't give him some knee-jerk reaction extension and all this buyout money. That's what screwed Tennessee for so long. That's what screwed Auburn a little bit with Gene Chizik and all them other coaches. There's all this buyout money. No buyout. And you'd be covered. But back to what we was talking about. If you guys get Billy Napier, y'all will not only win national championships, and you're already doing that. Y'all have done that under 3 different head coaches. So what does that tell you? LSU's a sleeping giant, not for just national champions, but LSU's a sleeping giant to be a dynasty. And if they hire Billy Napier, I'm telling you, within 4 or 5 years, LSU will be winning national championships on a regular basis. I really believe that. If you want to look to one guy that has a lot of the traits of Nick Saban, Billy Napier is the guy. And that guy is the one that, like I said, that brought LSU football back to the national championship table, and that being Nick Saban. So, if you want to try to recapture that glory that you had before the Miami Dolphins screwed it up for you, hire Billy Napier, and within 5 to 10 years, LSU will finally be the dynasty that they should have been all along. And that's all I got to say about that. You guys and gals, leave your comments in the comments section. Let me know what you think about this, whether you think Billy Napier could be the savior and the guy that could take LSU back to the promised land, or do you think I'm wrong and that it's somebody else that could take them there? And with that, like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And as always, KMCA to all the other teams.